Here's your word for the day from Calvary in Lake Havasu. Visit us on the web at calvaryaz.com.
Hi Calvary, Amber here, and I have a question for you guys. Have you ever gone back and visited your hometown where you grew up? And maybe our experiences are different. Maybe it was exciting and they were celebrating and you were reminiscing over fond memories, or maybe it was awkward and you just wanted to get out of there. Well, whatever your experience was, today we're going to be looking at the story of when Jesus went back to his hometown in Mark chapter 6. So we're going to start in verse 1. And it says, "He went away from there and came to his hometown, and his disciples followed him. And on the Sabbath he began to teach in the synagogue, and many who heard him were astonished, saying, 'Where did this man get these things? What is this wisdom given to him? How are such mighty works done by his hand? Is this not the carpenter, the son of Mary, and the brother of James and Joses and Judas and Simon? Are not his sisters here with us?' And they took offense at him. And Jesus said to them, 'A prophet is not without honor except in his hometown and among his relatives and his own household.' And he could do no mighty work there, except that he laid his hands on a few sick people and healed them. And he marveled because of their unbelief." See, this is the first time Jesus has gone back to his hometown since he started his earthly ministry. And he did not get the welcome that we would expect for Jesus. See, they knew who he was and they were offended at his teaching. And they basically are saying, like, who does this guy think he is? And then they insult him by calling him Mary's son, saying that he's an illegitimate child. So they were not welcoming and didn't believe what he was saying. See, these people rejected Jesus and missed out on all he had to offer them, all the blessings he could have given to them. And if we contrast this with the stories that we've looked at over the past week or so, we can see that the people in the stories before this believed Jesus and who he said he was, and they put their faith and trust in him, and they got to experience life change, and they got to experience healing and miraculous things because of Jesus. And so my question for us today is, are we rejecting Jesus? And this is for every single one of us. And so first of all, are you rejecting Jesus' offer of salvation? Have you chosen to surrender your life to Jesus and believe who he says he is and accept his offer of forgiveness for your sins and experience freedom and healing and just be released from sin and death? Because Jesus came to earth and died on the cross to pay for all of our consequences for sin. And he wants you to experience freedom and forgiveness and healing. You just have to say yes to him. But if you have said yes to Jesus' offer of salvation, we can still choose to reject Jesus in certain areas of our life. Maybe there's a certain area that you still want control in, and you're not surrendering that and living the way Jesus says to live. Or maybe you have a day where you decide you want to do things your own way, and you reject Jesus for that day. Or maybe it's just for an hour. But see, we have to continually surrender our life, our desire, our way, and choose to accept Jesus every moment of every day. And so my prayer for all of us is that we would choose to surrender and accept all that Jesus has for us. Hope you have a great day.